Hey, brother, welcome to day 33 of 40 Days of Light. We're looking to seek the light, not just respond or generate the heat in our political culture. And we're looking at some examples in the Bible of people who sought the light and shed the light instead of just argumentation and heat. And today I want to talk about Daniel, that great example in the Old Testament. You remember Daniel, he was taken as a teenager as captive to Babylon, and there he was in Babylon in the king's palace to serve the king. And he was confronted with eating the king's food, and he said very respectfully, "No, sir, I can't eat this food. Others may, but I cannot. My conscience will not allow me to eat this food." But he was respectful, he was reasonable, he was persuasive, and he was willing to pay a price for it. Daniel was a true conscientious objector. This is different than just being a loud protester. He wasn't wearing a mask. He wasn't threatening anybody. He simply said, "This is where I stand. I can do no other, and I'm willing to pay a price if you need to punish me." But he also recognized, you know what? I'm a leader of others. And when Daniel said, "I can't eat this food from the king's table, it's not approved by the law," then several others, including Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, followed his lead. But let's go back to the parents. What kind of parental or mentoring influences produce a young man like Daniel? Isn't it great to think about us as fathers, grandfathers, and as men, producing someone, helping to produce someone who has the backbone and the tenacity and the integrity of a Daniel? Well, what must these parents have taught him? We can only infer based on the character that came out of this, because Daniel obviously had a lot of TLC in his life. And that is, he knew the truth, he was loyal to the truth, and his character showed it. Well, his parents and those around him, his teachers, obviously honored God through the law of Moses. And they taught him the way of a disciple of Moses, which was not only the 10 Commandments, the moral law, but they taught him the ceremonial law, the dietary law, the legal case law. They taught him that all of this was revealed in God's word. And by this, they trained his conscience to be sensitive, to not violate that conscience, not only in matters of absolutes, but he also recognized that Israel was paying a price. They were now in captivity for flaunting obedience to God. He recognized that he was in a hostile environment, and that his parents, his mentors must have said, "Daniel, when you are in the heat, I want you to shed the light. God will take care of you. Do not compromise your beliefs or your convictions." And this is such a need in our day today. Now, maybe it's not worth losing our life over dietary laws, but it is not worth losing your reward in heaven or your affirmation from the Father by violating your conscience either. And you may have a conscience about something that you need to stand on. And doing so, you need to do it respectfully, you need to do it logically, persuasively, and you need to be willing to pay the price. What might that be for me? What might that be for you? Daniel was trained by people who said, "On these things you need to make a stand." We admire him. We so admire his courage, but Daniel was trained by someone who knew the law of God and who trained his conscience. What is your conscience telling you today? Maybe there's something today where you need to make this kind of stand and be a Daniel. God bless you.